Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining for this training session. My name is Nitin, and I'm going to be your coach for this session. And the topic is very close to my heart because this is what most of the people in today's world are going through, which is stress. So, when I uploaded the very first video regarding time management, I was told that I need to keep the language mixed, which is Hindi and English. So what I will do is I will switch languages in between so that it's understandable by people from both the areas who are able to understand Hindi and English. So a mix and match of that would be a little more better. That's what has been communicated. Uh, having said that, let's kickstart and dive into this session. Yes, the session is about stress management. So, folks, as you all know, that this is one very, very important and known challenge that people are facing in today's world, which is anybody and everybody you speak with, they tell you only one thing, which is, I'm stressed out, I'm worked up. But the question is, why? What is the reason? Why are you so stressed out? People have their justified reasons, which anyway we are going to talk about in the session further. However, if you know a few situations which you think are or lead to stress, do write in the comment so that we can go through it right now and read through it and then probably see if in case it has been covered or not. So, folks, stress is part of everybody's life. Everybody's life. There is nobody in this world who apparently lives their life without stress. Stress apparently is a vital part of who you are. And there are reasons why I'm saying that. There are positive reasons, there are negative reasons. We're going to talk about them. However, just to share in these training videos, we touch the tip of the iceberg. If you want to be part of advanced sessions or more detailed sessions, drop in a message to us. So if you're interested in attending detailed sessions, then you drop in a message to us on the number mentioned in the comment section or the description section. And we will add you to our WhatsApp group where we keep coming up with training sessions which you can attend at a very minuscule amount. So if you're interested, drop in a message to me and I'll be happy to add you people. So let's go back to the session. We're talking about stress here. Stress is part of everybody's life. And let's look at stress management. What exactly is stress management? How does it work? How are you able to manage stress, or how will you be able to manage stress is what we are going to discuss in this training module. So let's proceed further and look at this slide where we're talking about what is stress. So let's look at what exactly this stress is all about. मगर मेरा सवाल सबसे पहला आप लोगों से है कि आप लोग इतने स्ट्रेस हो ही क्यों? ऐसा क्या हो गया है? ऐसी कौन सी दिक्कत आ गई है हमारी लाइफ में जिसकी वजह से हम परेशान हैं, हम उसे हैंडल नहीं कर पा रहे, हम उसे मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, एंड वी आर बिकमिंग द डोरमैट ऑफ स्ट्रेस, be it external situations, internal situations, environmental factors, etc., etc., doesn't matter. What matters is that you all are letting yourself be vulnerable to situations which leads to stress. Now, obviously, there are two types of stress. We are going to talk about them as well a little later. But let's look at what is stress. Stress is your body's natural response to pressure. Irrespective of what kind of pressure it is, it can be a pressure where you are supposed to perform. It can be a pressure where you don't know things, how they are supposed to be done. However, you have to deliver. So that is also a pressure. Pressure can be pressure to get married, pressure to get a job, pressure to perform very well, pressure to score very well in your school exams or your college exams. All that can be pressure, right? Their expectations from parents, they ask you to do your engineering, then your MBAs, etc. And that can lead to stress. No second thought about it. But stress here is our body's natural response to pressure, challenges, or demands, which are external or internal, irrespective. It can be physical, emotional, or mental. And it occurs when you perceive a situation as overwhelming or beyond your ability to cope up with. So, if you are in a situation where you think that you can't handle, that's when stress seeps in. If I may give an example, you're walking down the road and you see a couple of guys running towards you with probably knife and blades in hand. It's very obvious that you're going to get stressed. Why? Because it's a threatening situation, threatening to your life. Hence, there's a adrenaline rush in your body which makes you start responding to that given situation. You know the fact that there are so many people, they're walking towards you, running towards you, they have knives, they have weapons, they can attack you, and you're in a situation which is extremely vulnerable. You cannot handle that situation. Hence, your body starts responding. So it starts responding in two fashions. One, if you are uh, Mike Tyson or John Cena of the world, you probably will go head on. And if you are not, then you're going to run away from there. So we're going to talk about this fight or flight phenomena. However, let's look at the type of stress that we have. So there's something called eustress, there's something called distress. Now, what is eustress? Eustress is a positive stress. This motivates you to perform better, like preparing for an important presentation or learning a new skill. I had a great opportunity to be with Sachin Tendulkar in Chennai. There I asked him a question that whenever you go on the field to bat, do you feel stressed? You know what his answer to my question was? Hyla. Obviously not. His answer to my question was that yes, I feel stressed. And in fact, I feel very stressed out. And that is because he considers stress to be an enabler for him. He thinks that if he's not stressed, he will underperform. Now, we all need to understand that stress is not negative always, or rather, it's not always negative. It's positive as well because it depends what outcome it's driving while you're going through that situation. We are stressed out that we need to clear the entrance of IIT, or maybe we need to clear UPSC. What will happen? You'll study day and night, and that you will do because you are stressed out. Stress at times make you do things which are right things to be done. However, there are scenarios where the stress leads you to a negative state of mind, which is called distress or negative stress. This occurs when stress becomes overwhelming and affects your well being, leading to anxiety, burnout, or health issues. So, to give you a few examples, if, for example, you are going through a situation at your workplace where you're performing really well, however, your manager is overseeing any and everything that you're doing. It's been a month, you've already tried, 2 months, you've already tried, 3 months, you've already tried. However, it's not working in your favor, given the fact that your manager is biased towards somebody. stress, it's going to start impacting your mental well being, because of which you'll always be upset, in anxiety, you'll be burned out, you'll have some health issues because you are upset about the fact that you're performing so well, however, you are still not getting what you deserve to get. So, you know, distress is also stress, eustress is also stress. However, it depends what outcome it's driving. That is what's going to define what kind of stress you're going through. So let's move ahead and see what causes stress. So, survival stress. When I spoke about fight or flight at that point in time, when you are stranded with so many people with knife and swords in their hand, they're battling against you. You know the fact that you have to survive come what may. Either you'll fight or you'll flight. Very interesting factor, I'll tell you. When uh, when you see a chase, a tiger chasing deer, the deer goes through. Obviously, you would all agree to the fact that deer would never fight. Deer would always take the option of flight, because deer knows that tiger is stronger and there is no point battling with the tiger. Hence, the deer would run. The interesting part is when the deer starts running, the blood in the body goes half a centimeter inward inside the body. If you've realized, at any point in time, if anybody has an accident, you would see the blood after the cut, the blood pouring in a little later. And that is because the blood in the flight option moves a little away from your skin, the outer skin. That's the body's way to respond to a given situation. Otherwise, there can be a lot of bleeding. So when the blood goes in, when there's a cut, it takes time for the bleeding to start, and by then you are awakened and you know that you can take care of things, or maybe there are people around you. So that's an interesting thing which I learned long back. So fight or flight is one of the ways when you are in survival stress. Then we have internal stress, which is where you're worrying about things you can't do anything about. Now, government, there's a lot of corruption in the government, and we know that. And we also know the fact that we can't do anything about it. Is there a point sitting back home and getting stressed about it? Or you think it's a good idea to maybe stand up and do something about it? Maybe you can drop in a comment regarding this. Then comes the next type of stress, which is environmental stress, which is response to things around you. You're studying and there is a drill machine being used somewhere nearby. You would get stressed out because of that, because there's work going on. You can't stop that work, but you have to study as well. There is pressure from the family. Maybe things like females, they are required or pressurized to get married. That leads to stress, and that is environmental stress. Can you do anything about it? I don't know the answer. You know the answer better if you are in that particular. Then, next type of stress is fatigue or overwork. This kind of stress builds up over a long time and can take hard toll on your body. If you're really working hard in the gym, you continuously, you haven't slept, you're still working out, that leads to stress in the body. Overwork, if you are extending your shift hours, or maybe you're working extra hours at your workplace, and on Saturdays and Sundays also you're working out. Uh, on Saturdays and Sundays as well, that you're working at your workplace. At that point in time, you would feel stress and stress in the body. There can be multiple more causes of stress. Can be, you know, you're worried about a job loss or losing money, or you've given something to somebody who's disappeared on you. You don't have money in your pocket and your car crashed. So those can be, I mean, there are multiple. I can come up with like 10,000 more examples of reasons which can cause stress. But let's talk about the impact of stress. What happens when you go through stress? Now, that is something which is important for you to understand, because most of the time, most of the people don't even get to know that they're going through stress. They would just sleep the entire day. They will eat like a pig. They would not talk to anybody at all. They would spend hours drinking, smoking, doing things which are bad for health. So to be aware of the fact that you're going through stress, there are certain things that you need to be aware of. Let's look at the impact of stress. The blood pressure rises. That's something which one needs to be very careful about. Breathing becomes more rapid. You'll have palpitation. You'll start sweating. Your digestive system goes for a toss completely. You'll have diarrhea, or you will not probably feel hungry at all, or you'll feel a lot more hungry than you would normally. The immune system goes for a toss completely. You will have tense muscles, your neck area and your shoulder area. You would see a lot of, or you'll find a lot of stress there. The muscles will swell up, or maybe they'll get hard. Then you don't feel like sleeping, or you would not be able to sleep, and that is the heightened state of alertness. So these are few impact of stress. You need to be aware of these, because these are going to work as identifiers that you are going through stress. Now let's look at effect of stress on your body. Tendency to sweat, chest pain, erectile dysfunctional, headache, hypertension, low immunity, nail biting, pins and needles. You'll see a lot of tingling in your body, upset stomach, back pain, cramp, fainting, heart disease, loss of libido, muscular aches, nervous switches or twitches, sleeping difficulties. Effect of stress on your thoughts and feelings. Now, this is very important, because this is the emotional state of mind that pops out, and people are watching you. So you'll probably get more angry than normal. You've been in a situation where somebody walks up to you and says that, how was your day? And your day was really stressed out. You'll probably shout back and respond to that person, and probably not even answer the question. You'll have a burnout, completely exhausted once you reach back home. The feeling of insecurity, the things aren't really working for you. Irritability, restlessness, almost always, you're constantly moving your legs, your foot, or your hands, fiddling with something or the other. That's a sign of restlessness. Then fatigue. You'll get tired very quickly. Anxiety, depression being one of the most severe one. One can go through depression, and it takes a lot of time to come out of it. Then you have to go see doctor and do a lot of stuff, eat a lot of medicines, or maybe meditation. That's what you need to take support from. Forgetfulness. You'll end up forgetting things if in case you are stressed out. Again, these are few identifiers for you. You have to remember. problem concentrating. You would not be able to concentrate on your work. You will not be able to concentrate on anything at all. Sadness, you'll be continuously and almost always upset, sad about things. Your answers are going to be so depressing that people would probably stop asking you questions like, how are you? And it is a very bad state of situation to be in. Stress can have major effects on your behavior as well. People do stress eating and they put on a lot of weight because there'll be a lot of food craving. Then there's a possibility one may get into drug abuse, or maybe, drinking a lot, taking drugs. Something like social withdrawal, where you completely disconnect yourself from society. You would not want to sit with them. Then your relationship with your spouse, your partner, your friends, they'll start getting spoiled because of your behavior. Because in the previous slide here, we spoke about anger, burnout, anxiety, depression, sadness, restlessness. All that shows up in your behavior and your relationships, they will go through problems. You will not feel hungry at times, so you'll eat late. There'll be a lot of acidity, sudden anger outbursts. Alcohol, we've already spoken about. Probably, if you're emotional, very high on emotions, then you'll frequently start crying, start smoking, which we have spoken about. So let's look at some stress management techniques. What can be done and what should you be doing to make sure that you handle and manage your stress. Organize yourself. Take better control of the way you're spending your time. Use your time effectively. Once you organize yourself, that means you have your to do list in place, you have your plan in place, you've got your priorities in place, which we spoke about in the time management training. I think that'll keep you up in your game. Control your environment by controlling who and what is surrounding you. In this way, you can either get rid of the stress or get support for yourself. Love yourself by giving yourself some positive feedback. Tell yourself good things. Love yourself. You've seen that movie Jab We Met, in which Kareena Kapoor says that मैं तो अपनी favorite हूँ. Self appreciation is required, folks. Very much required. Reward yourself by planning a leisure activity into your life. Go for a trip. Go for a bike ride. Go for a car drive. Go out with your friends. Go hang out. Watch a movie. Do something creative. Go watch a play. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Just do anything. Just do something. Get involved in something or the other. So exercise. Once you start exercising, there'll be secretion of dopamine in your body, which will keep you happy. Dopamine gets generated a lot more when you exercise. It keeps your mood in a very positive state. Exercising is very important. And as it is, if you'll feel fit, then you'll feel happy. If you are unfit, you'll anyway be unhappy. Why do we want to be unfit? We rather want to be fit, right? Spend some time throughout your day exercising. Go for a bicycle ride. Go to the gym. Walk on the treadmill. Run on the treadmill. Do cross trainer. Do some bit of weightlifting. In some shape or form, you need to get involved in exercise. Relax yourself by taking your mind off your stress and concentrating on breathing and positive thoughts. A lot of meditation. Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Do that. Sit back. There are a lot of videos on YouTube which show you how to meditate. There are a lot of videos on YouTube where there are lovely music, lovely, pleasant, peaceful music. Play that music, sit with your eyes closed. That's pretty much it. Rest yourself as regularly as possible. You need to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The less you'll sleep, there's a possibility of you getting into depression. I don't think anybody wants to be in a situation where you are in depression. It's a very bad state to be in, guys. I've seen people in depression. They really, 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 really are not living. And I don't think that you want to be in that state. Beware of yourself. Beware of your distress signals such as insomnia, headache, anxiety, upset stomach, lack of concentration, which we spoke about earlier. So be aware the triggers, the situation that will tell you that you are getting into a stressful situation, but you need to get yourself out right now as soon as possible. Get involved in doing something other, which will keep you up and awake and alert and alive. Feed yourself, do not poison your body. Eat balanced diet. Avoid high calorie food. What happens is when we are stressed out, we'll eat a lot of burgers, a lot of pizzas, a lot of cheese, intake of a lot of caffeine, alcohol. That's not needed, folks. That's not required. That's eventually is creating a negative situation in your life. Enjoy yourself. It has been shown that happier people tend to live longer. You want to live longer? Go watch Kapil Sharma show. Go watch some comedy show. Go watch some comedy stand up. Do something, get involved, stay happy, keep smiling. It's very important. So tips for stress relief: learn to live one day at a time. Just one day at a time. We keep thinking about our past, we keep thinking about our future, but we don't live in the present moment. That's the worst that we do for ourselves, or do to ourselves rather. Every day, do something you really enjoy. Find your happiness. Focus on understanding rather than on being understood, on loving rather than on being loved. Love yourself. Love life. Do something that will improve your appearance. Looking better can help you feel better. The way you look is the way you feel. The way you feel is the way you work. Eliminate the self destructive talks. I'm not good. I'm worthless. I'm going to lose the job. Don't get involved in all these kind of negative thought processes. Don't tell yourself, don't pour in negative energy into yourself. Allow yourself time every day for privacy, quiet, introspection. What I do? I pick up my bike and go for a ride. I'm all by myself. I keep thinking. I go for long rides. I do a lot of self introspection at that point in time. I really enjoy that. Learn to delegate responsibilities to capable others. Identify them. Give them those opportunities. And have an optimistic view of the world. Believe that most people are doing best they can. So, folks, it is important that we start thinking now and stop getting worried about what is going to happen. Whatever is going to happen is going to come right in front of you sometime in the future. But you can't ruin your present just because something's coming your way. Yes, you can be prepared. If the stress is positive, making you be, uh, you know, uh, ready for what's coming your way, excellent. But if it's making you get upset, then that's not where you want to be. So, folks, this was just tip of the iceberg that we touched. There are a lot of things that you can do. There are a lot of things, and obviously there are detailed trainings on these topics. But for now, I'm going to stop and let you folks drop in messages in the comment. If you're interested in detailed trainings, then we hold one entire day workshop, 4 hours workshop where we take you through a lot of other tools techniques where you can actually use and be more stress free. We get you engaged in certain meditation activities or certain activities which make you feel happy. So don't forget to comment and let me know if in case you are interested. We will be more than happy to add you to our WhatsApp group where we keep pouring the information on a daily basis. So thank you so much for watching this video till now. I hope that you've been able to extract some good information out of this session. And there are more sessions to come. I hope that you watch those sessions as well and pour in your love and share it with others as well. So thank you so much for watching, folks. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe, share, like, and comment. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get to know when I come up with new videos. Thank you so much. Wishing you a very happy learning. Good luck.